5 days since I served my soon-to-be ex-wife, 30 female of 7 years. Now everyone is piling on me to talk to her. I originally posted this in Reddit Surviving Infidelity, but the moderators can't taking down anything I posted. I received a lot of support and help and a lot of requests for updates. So I will repost it here and see if it gets taken down again by the moderators. If not, I will post an update on Tuesday. I have made a decision to go NC after serving my wife 5 days ago. I am refusing to see or talk to her, and everyone is piling on to talk to her. It's driving me nutty. Messages and calls 24/7. What can I say to these people to get them to back off without being rude? These are my friends, family, people I want to remain in contact with after the divorce is finalized. Some background: we dated from the age of 20 and married when she became pregnant with our son. Our marriage was great. We got another kid, a daughter 2 years after the first, and have had excellent intimacy, good communication, good finances. We owned our house, we had a cat, kids are well balanced and doing well. We were happy, or so I thought. Then about 4 months ago, my wife, let's call her Sue, came home from work gushing about this new manager they got. Let's call him Frank. I felt uneasy right away, like something was off. I smiled and asked a few questions, like if he was married, did he have kids, where did he live, etc. She tells me he is on his second marriage and have 4 kids in total. I was thinking this was probably a crush. I have had those, but they usually pass, so I decided to just wait. It would probably just go away. Over the next week, this would happen every day, and I got more and more uneasy. I decided I needed to see if something more was going on, so I told Sue that I got a virus alert on a home network and that I needed to update the virus software on her pad, her mobile, and her laptop. She has no skills whatsoever. She gave me her equipment and I installed remote monitoring software and key logging from the best online service I could find. Best $20 a month subscription I ever got. A few days later, I saw the first text messages going back and forth between them. They were pretty innocent, mostly work-related. Still, the frequency escalates a little over the next 4 to 6 weeks and gets more personal. I do a soft confrontation with my wife. She comes home from work and I stare at her intensely. Sue, what is wrong? Me? Have you crushed a car or something? Sue, what? No. Me? You look like you have done something wrong and you are trying to hide it. Sue, no, I am not. What are you talking about? Me? You look like guilty or something. Are you lying to me? Is there something you need to tell me? Sue, no, I just had a long day at work, blah blah. The next few days, there was fewer messages between them, but they are quickly back at it in full force. The messages start to get flirty. I softly confront her again. Again, she lies to my face. I decide this will probably end badly at around 2-month mark, and I decided to prepare for the worst. I also start to prepare myself emotionally. Over the next 2 months, their exchanges evolved into a full-blown emotional affair, and it's getting more and more sexual. I confront my wife repeatedly. I don't present any evidence. She keeps lying. I am not going to force her to stop. After all, she is a grown woman and she makes her own choices. She lies to my face again and again. I feel a gigantic rift opening up between us. Intimacy also stops. I find I am checking out of the marriage in parallel with their activities. I am devastated but working out a lot and steeling myself for the reality that the only likely outcome at this point is divorce. I get a lawyer, I prepare the paperwork, and I even hire a guy to be on standby to serve her if and when I decided to pull the cord. Then I see the first messages where they plan to meet up. I am actually relieved since I can finally decide to end it. Just watching this train wreck unfold is agonizing. I rent a room on the same floor on the day they are planning to meet up, and I get my guy ready to serve her in the hotel. The day arrives, she lies and tells me she has to work overtime. I drive to the hotel and wait for her to arrive. Me and the guy I hired to serve her go up about 10 minutes after she gets into the elevator, and we go up to her floor. The elevator needed a key card. It is the only reason I rented a room. We got to the door, I hear moaning, so they're already at it. I hide around a corner and he bangs loudly on the door. They go quiet. Frank, what is it? Serving guy, I have an urgent delivery for Sue. Sue, what is it? Serving guy, I don't know, ma'am. I have just been told it's urgent. It has to be delivered to you right now. And after some more back and forth, the wife finally opens the door in her robe. Serving guy, Sue, last name? Wife, yes. She gets the envelope and I pop out to sign the form. My wife sees me and just goes white. I sign the papers I need to sign and walk over to her. She doesn't move. I don't know what is going on with her. She looks confused, to say the least. Like, what she is seeing doesn't compute. I had prepared for this moment. I look into the room. Me. Hey Frank, show yourself. I know you are in there. He looks around a corner and is obviously scared. Did you enjoy my wife, Frank? Or is it lying to your own wife that gets you off? Or is it having several mistresses at once, Frank? Is it lying to you and cheating on everyone? Is that it? Frank? Silence. Then I look at my wife. Me. Sue, you didn't really think you were the only side chick this guy had, did you? You're one of the three, as far as I know. I just made this up. I have no idea if he has other mistresses than my wife. I just needed to be mean and ruin what they had going on. Me. Sue, listen to me. You are single now, so don't let me disturb anymore. You can go back to continue your activities. Then I stormed off. I started crying, but I wasn't going to let them see that, so I ran down the stairs instead of waiting for the elevator. On my way, I heard this primal scream from my wife that was unlike anything I had ever heard before. I took a lot of solace in the scream the last few days. I got in my car and ugly cried for hours. Now I am mostly over it. I am glad it's done. I can move on. I feel liberated, actually. I told the kids they are staying with my parents for now. I even started to flirt with a work college and I have got on Tinder. I am chatting with a few women and it's a great boost for my ego. I am not looking for anything physical or serious. I will probably never trust anyone enough to have a long-term relationship again anyway. I haven't talked to my wife since. She floods me with messages that I just ignored. But everyone is calling me and trying to guilt trip me pressure me into talking to her. I've also been thinking about telling Frank's wife. If I was her, I would want to know, and I don't think Frank will all of a sudden develop spine and own up. Edit. I have decided to tell the wife. I have called her and told her the key facts. She didn't believe me outright, so I am meeting her at a coffee shop within the hour. I have also started to ask the people that call me to ask her why I am not talking to her. It seems to slow down the barrage.